Hello everyone, this is lesson 3, paragraph and essay writing. The slides have been prepared by me, Assistant Professor Dr. Rana Hamid Al-Bahrani, and edited by Assistant Professor Jinan Ahmed. In this lesson, you are going to learn about the structure of pros and cons essay. In the last lesson, lesson 2, we studied the structure of opinion essay. We say in the opinion essay we have three types of, we have three paragraphs. The first paragraph is introduction, the second is the body, and the third is what? The conclusions. Here also we have three paragraphs. Okay, we have introduction, body, and conclusions. But the difference is that in the introduction, you have to write two general statements about the topic, and then the last line, the last sentence, you do not state your opinion as we did in opinion essay. No, we state that there are many pros and cons, and that in the following paragraph, these pros and cons will be stated, will be discussed. Okay, will be discussed or listed, whatever. In the second paragraph, which is the body, in opinion essay, you have only one paragraph to give reasons that support your opinion. Here, in pros and cons essay, okay, you have to have two paragraphs. One is dedicated for the cons or pros, okay, sorry, here we have a pros, and the second one is dedicated for what? For the cons. So here we have introduction, two statements, and the last sentence or the last statement is what we have to state that the following paragraphs will state about the pros and cons of the topic. In the body, we don't have only one paragraph, we have two paragraphs, one for the pros and the other one for what? For the cons. Yes. In the conclusions, we have three concluding sentences, just like the opinion essay. So the structure will be just like this: introduction, three statements, pros, cons. This is, these two paragraphs represent what? The body, and then we have what? The conclusions. Okay, how to start a paragraph. If I want to start talking about the pros, about the positive point of a certain, let's say, of smoking, for instance, I say, speaking of the pros of smoking, or as far as the pros of smoking are concerned. See, as far as the pros is a plural, so I have to use here what? Are. If I say as far as the pro of smoking is concerned, okay, it's only one advantage, then I have to say is. So look at this structure. As for the pros of smoking, with respect to the pros of smoking, with regard to the pros of smoking, regarding the pros of smoking, talking about the pros of smoking, on the one hand, the smoking is, okay, so on, so on, so this is the way you start your paragraph. All these expressions means in Arabic, all these expressions mean in Arabic, فيما يخص, okay, speaking of the pros of smoking. Okay, you can say it is very pros. We are talking about the pros, advantages. Okay, if there are advantages in your opinion, you have to state these advantages. If there are nothing, you can state that from the very beginning. Maybe there is an advantage, maybe from the financial point of view. Okay, it causes smoking also causes, let's say, a person to let's say, stay alert, to be awake all the time. Okay, but still it has so many, let's say, dangers on his health. Okay, now the same thing will be done. So let's look about the on slide 5 we have what? Synonyms for pros, which synonyms means what? Other words that have the same meaning as pros. We have advantages. Instead of using the word pros, you can say what? Advantages, merits, positive points or side, the good side. Synonyms for cons means what? Disadvantages, demerits, negative points or side, bad side. When I say concerning the bad side, also we have this concerning. I didn't include this one, so let's now include it. And instead of saying regarding, I say what? Concerning the positive, okay, or the advantages or the merits, positive, let's say, part or side of smoking. Okay, so here also we have what? Concerning the positive side. the positive part of smoking. So this is another structure. Okay, so here to talk about the other side of the argument, we have positive side, and the other side is what we said, the negative. Again, we can use the same expressions. Speaking of the pros, here we have what we are supposed to be the cons. Okay, here we have what, the cons. I should change this one. As for the cons of smoking, there are, with respect to the cons, okay, of smoking. Again, here we have with regard to the cons of smoking, regarding the cons of smoking, talking about the cons of smoking. On the other hand, smoking is on the other side, on the other flip. However, also we have what we said concerning the cons of smoking. Okay, so here we have another structure. All these expressions can be used to talk about the other part or side of the argument. Now, this is an example. The first paragraph is the introduction. The last paragraph is the conclusion. Okay, what I want to do is that here the author, for each point, positive point, he dedicated what, a paragraph. I don't want you to follow this. Just read this example to know how to write an essay. The first part is what, is the introduction. The last part is the conclusion. Here you should have what, one paragraph for the positive point and one paragraph for the what, for the negative point. Here he has what, the author has two paragraphs for the advantages and only one paragraph for what, for the disadvantages. What I want you to do, I want you to dedicate one paragraph for the advantages and one paragraph for the disadvantages. Okay, so by this you will have 4 paragraphs: introduction, 2 paragraphs for the body, and 1 paragraph for what, for the conclusion, sorry. And this is the end. If you have any question, you can just ask me or shoot it on the stream. Thank you very much.